Welcome to episode number 88 of The Great Reset. My name is Robert Brill, and I'm the CEO of Brill Media.co. We are an advertising firm that helps companies drive sales and leads with the tools and capabilities that are primarily reserved for Fortune 500 brands. We are here 5 days a week talking about marketing and advertising for senior marketing executives, entrepreneurs, and everyone who is looking to grow their company. And today we're going to take a brief view of a single tool that does dynamic creative. It's called Adacado. And we're going to jump right in to show you the types of things you can do with Adacado and break down their particular platform. So let's jump right into it. So here you go. The website is adacado.com. It's adacado.com. You jump right in, you log in or start for free. There's a little bit of a setup that you're going to have for the campaign, meaning you're going to have to enter your contact information, but let's jump right into it. So I'll jump right into the setup here. Let's go here. So the advertiser is Brill Media. And within Brill Media, you can have a variety of different campaigns with different creative executions and different logic. So the first thing that's critical to point out is the objective of the campaign. An objective means this is about setting up the logic that we've talked extensively about in the last few videos. So when we talk about the logic of these campaigns, what we're really saying here is which ads do you want to serve or which products do you want to serve? And one of the things to point out is that Adacado is really about product-based ad delivery. And when you look at product-based ad delivery, what this is saying is ads will display the products most frequently used by the users on the advertiser's website. And one of the things that I should point out here is that the first step you got to do to make Adacado work is place a piece of code on your website. And the piece of code helps Adacado identify what people are looking at on the page, which products the user is on. So one of the key use cases that we use Adacado for is when a person goes to a product page and then abandons cart, we serve them up an ad with the product that they recently just looked at. And the only way we know which product they recently just looked at is the code on the website that Adacado that has been placed by Adacado. So this logic here says, we're going to serve up of all the products that are available on the website. So like, let's say different colored t-shirts. We're going to serve up the images for the product that is most viewed on the site. Now there's a different use case or a different logic here that says we will serve up ads for the last product the user saw on the website. This is last viewed by category. So what this says here is if you're selling shirts and shorts, for example, if the last product that the person viewed was t-shirts, you're going to see an ad that contains maybe the last t-shirt that they looked at, but also a variety of other t-shirts. And this is last viewed by gender. So you can then filter and say, like, let's say there's t-shirts for men and t-shirts for women. We're going to serve up ads that contain, let's say if the user was looking at men's t-shirts, they're going to see ads for not just the men's t-shirts, any category, any product that's in the category of men's t-shirts, or you can break it out by brand or discounted or selected products on sale, or any rotation of popular products, again, defined by the tag on the site. Or you can say ads will show only on products that are on sale by the retailer. We use this a lot. We're running this for a campaign right now. Ads will highlight your product portfolio. What this means is you're going to rotate different types of products, regardless of they're the bestseller or they're the product that the user recently looked at. So it's like any variation, any product that's on your site, that's available for the user to see in an ad. And this one will display ads based on which of your locations is nearest by. So then we were just in the products page. What we'll do, and I hastily set this up so it might not be showing all the images. What we have to do here is upload a Google document, and the Google document serves as the data feed. And the data feed is really a way to understand for the advertiser which images and which copy points go together. So I made a quick example. So we have this product called, and let me just actually take a step further. When we talk about product, it can be an actual product, but in this case, the product is the landing page or the key message that we want to deploy. So we're here on this data feed. And there's a few things that are being shown on this page right now. You have the product ID, which is a completely arbitrary thing. It's just an identifier within Adacado. You have the product headline. And the product headline really says, whenever someone visits the main page, brillmedia.co, and this is an example I just put together. This campaign is not live. I would actually go into a little bit more detail about how I set it up. But what you want to point out here is that product can be an actual product that we're selling, like t-shirts or shorts or whatever the case is, or it could be just a place to remarket from. So let's say that we want to remarket from brillmedia.co. We have the pixel on our site, and anyone who goes to brillmedia.co, we want them to see this message: 2020 Advertiser Trading Desk Success Guide. What this means is that anytime this remarketing is done, a user is going to see the term 2020 Success Guide with this particular image, and it's pulled in from a Dropbox feed. And anytime we remarket to someone from the website, they're going to see that particular image, this guy, with this particular copy. And then anytime someone sees an ad that says better advertising for 2020, they will see, let's say, this image, which shows the Santa Monica up here. Again, this is just an example. So this is the product feed. This allows Adacado to understand which images and which copy points all go together. And you can be very granular with how this is set up. So we were on the home page. Then we went to the feed. So this identifies the logic. And we settled on Product Showcase. And what Product Showcase does is it allows us to understand really just anytime we're going to rotate through a bunch of different images on the campaign, and any image is available for the ad to be seen regardless of where the user goes. But anytime this copy shows, this particular image should go along right with it. Okay. And then, so this is the product data setup. And so this is saying this data feed, this is your data feed, and you can also use Amazon AWS, but this is much simpler to use, and for self-service, it makes a difference to make it easy. This is a Google Doc, and you say, okay, now you've got to map the data set between product ID and the rest of the columns. So what you're saying here is product ID in this case is equal to this column here, and you can see it. This column here is product ID, and this is the official mapping for the Adacado platform. Product headline, we don't need anything. Product image, we need the Adacado platform to know that everything in this column reflects the image. And then you have the product link. What URL do people click on when this image and this copy show up in the ad? And you have a variety of other things. You have color, condition, age group, but we're not going to get into that today. So this is, right now we're in the product data portion of the screen. And then you have products. And this is not going to show because I just made a few updates. But the core idea here is you can, when this is final, you can actually identify, you can see the ads, the ad combinations that are available. So now what I'll do is I'll go design the ads. And when I want to design the ads, I'm going to click on this. So I'm going to click on the campaign, and I'm going to go to a place where I can see my templates. Now, the first thing that you should know is that you could add a variety of templates. And this is something that I've set up already. And when we add a theme, we have the ability to see a variety of themes that are already existing. And this is great because you get a chance to build off of an existing template. There's two kinds of things here. Number one, this is no feed, meaning none of the data that you just pulled into the Google Doc will be used. And this is valuable if you want to develop pre-created messages inside their ad builder. And then you have things like Aqua, which is based on a feed. And so what I can break out for you here is this image, the Aqua, that's the logo. So you can upload your logo. This section right here, or this section right here, contains the product image, which will come from your website or come from your template that you've set up. And this says bubble water bottle. So bubble water bottle is the name of the product. So if you have this image, you can go into the Google Doc and say, whenever this image is displayed, the name of the product is bubble water bottle. And then you can have the price. Whenever bubble water bottle is displayed, it's $12.99. And then you have the call to action, shop now. Okay. So what we're going to do is go back and pick an existing theme that I already use. I like this. It's pretty easy to deploy. So let's take a look at this. This 300 by 250. If I click on this, I'm going to be taken to a screen that allows me to understand. This shows you the ad. So I'm actually going to click on this so I can edit the ad. So I'm going to edit the template. And there's a few things that are happening here. The first is that you have an image. So what's happening here is I get to select this image, and going back to the data feed that I was showing you, whenever the image is called, it calls whatever image you might be pulling up. So this just says you're going to call an image. So I'll delete this. And I'll say I want the image to run here. And actually what I'll do, I'll show you one of our ads. And I just chose a tomato red image to represent the space. And you gotta just get this generally correct so that your images apply here. And then this is the copy. So this is the product title, and that will take the information from the product title section, right? And so what you're saying here is every time this section is going to call the product title, this section is going to call the image, and you get to style it with you get to style it with the font size, and you can upload a font that you want, and you can have a placeholder text here just so you can kind of see what it looks like. This is where your logo is going to go, and this is a call to action. This is your button, okay? And so what happens when you're done here is this is what the ads are going to look like. And like I said, I hastily put this together. Don't worry about any of this stuff, but really this is like rotating now. Like I want to say, I want this guy to show up or this guy to show up with the copy phrase, better advertising for 2020. And there's a lot you can do here, right? So you can rotate images. These are products. You can rotate different products here. And I'll change it. So you have this guy. So if I want to show you an example of how the dynamic creative works, we upload. And what you can see here is that you have one image that says better advertising for 2020 with a photo of Los Angeles. You have another image of the person here, and then you have variation. And you can see, for example, different ad sizes are getting different images based on the rotation here. And the core point here is you can have hundreds or thousands of different variations, and you get to see the data which identifies which ads are performing and which ads aren't performing. And here you can make any variation of your ads that you like. The key points to remember though are that the ads, this probably should be a little smaller, right? So you want it that way. For example, you have a little blue space on the side. You want to test different calls to action and different copy points. And then finally, you can grab your ad tag, and you can download all the tags for different platforms, including like the Trade Desk and AppNexus and Centro and DoubleClick Bid Manager or DBM. And you can see that they're uniquely set up for each of these platforms. And so as a result, then further you can pull in data from your into your visualization dashboard, so you can see how individual images perform and how individual copy points perform and different calls to action, which then gives you the ability to kind of derive some insights from the campaign. And then finally, like this is a sample of how dynamic creative is set up, and we've used a number of platforms, including Adacado, to run dynamic creative. So as you can see, it's a versatile platform. There's a lot you can do. It can scale up really aggressively. There's just a lot of opportunity for advertisers to do some really interesting things and create a one-to-one relationship between the brand and the consumer. So that's it for this episode of The Great Reset. We'll see you tomorrow for another episode about marketing and advertising and help you grow your business. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.